What's up, my people? Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day so far. Um, so yeah, like the title says, what are they gonna do now that what's gonna happen next now that the fine man known as ooh, yes, he is fine. He is so fine. This Mr. Brennan guy, Carly should have been hooking up with him right now. I'm just saying. Instead of this truth coming out today, which I was pleasantly surprised that he got caught today. Him and Roman, they both got locked up. But Mr. Brennan is fine. So I sure hope he finds his way out of this because he's very, very, very good looking. And I'm just saying, and he usually wouldn't even be my type typically because yeah, I go both ways, and but I usually like someone who's smaller than me as far as men and women are concerned. But I'm just saying, Brady. Him, on the other hand, he's all muscular, but it's like, ooh, yes, he is. That is one good-looking man. Wow. So I sure hope he stays on the show as a villain. I don't care. Do whatever you got to do. Let him bribe a lawyer. Let him do whatever he got to do. Dante knows who Roman Pikeman. It won't be like that. They find out Brennan Pikeman, Sonny's going to be pissed. And Boomer, Dimitri's gone still. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay, Spider Quick. Since you're here, me and you are going to have this discussion. All right? For starters, I'm going to apologize to you because I was obviously joking, but it still wasn't acceptable for yesterday when I spent multiple times swearing directly at you. That is not okay. Even though I was only joking around, clearly you're joking around. You find this funny with this whole Dimitri and Ava thing and whatever, and it sort of is. But from this moment forward, I'm not going to swear directly at you when I'm referring to this thing. I know you don't care that it's fine, but I care because you are the child. I am the adult here. I need to set a better example for you and everyone else in this chat room that type of behavior is not tolerated. So I will not. Oh, I'm not going to apologize for what I said about Allison, but from this moment forward, I will not be swearing at you directly. And I'm also not going to let another race joke like that was brought up, and this wasn't by you, this is by somebody else who knows who they were. I'm not going to allow no more race jokes in this chat room either, or saying anything like what was said yesterday. I will not be highlighting another comment that's like that ever again in this chat room. That this is no place for that, to make fun of people that are less fortunate and in certain circumstances. We're not about to do that here ever again. I'm just making that clear right now. All jokes put aside. Was the race about someone who's black or Spanish or something? Who was black? Who was black? Yeah. I don't even want to repeat that. For whoever's watching this replay, if you want to know what that comment was that I highlighted yesterday, and I laughed about it, because I'm not gonna lie, I did find that funny initially because I was more caught off guard what they said of where Trina belongs, but I'm not going to joke like that anymore in this. No, I'm going to joke around, but I'm just not going to highlight anything specific to race, and that's sensitive. That's a very sensitive topic, and I should have known better than to play into that. So I apologize to anyone if that made anyone feel uncomfortable. I apologize, but she was about putting people are going to be angry probably if they saw that in the replay, but I'm just letting them know. For future live streams, y'all don't have to worry about that. This is a fun live stream, but I have my limits. with that. So, this is a growing experience for everybody involved, but I would never let another comment like that slide. So yes, now that that's been addressed, yes, and my Dimitri and Ava are good people. Okay, they are good people. They are flawed people. Ava was a terrible mother. I want to watch that later. Do you know what time that happened? You could. It was probably like within the 40-minute mark, 41-minute mark. That's when that happened. Around 41 minutes into the video, I let that comment happen. But now I learned better. So Ava's weak is what I'm still crying about. First of all, my Ava is not weak. Okay, my Ava is a strong single mother, and she's a very giving person. Did you see today how Ava, she agreed to Sonny's request? She didn't have to, okay? Because she was lightly trying to tell Donna no. That because she legally is entitled to have Avery this Christmas per the custody agreement. But she is going to be spending it at Sonny's house because Avery and Donna want to open their presents together. So that was very good growth on Ava's part. Because if you watch this show in 2016, that would have never happened. 2018, if she would have had Avery that year, no, that would have never happened. So I'm very proud of Ava Jerome. But back to the beginning, Mr. Brennan. Ooh, that man is a snack. I'm just saying. He's a solid 8 out of 10. Or maybe a 9. Well, yeah, he's 8 because he's like 53 now, too. So, which is really surprising because I don't like older guys. So, I prefer someone around my age bracket. But Mr. Brennan, you need to stay on the show. That's what you need to do. You seriously need to stay on the show. Because there's no way this story, yeah, and you're right, Spider-Quake Cyrus was so creepy today. But there's no way in the world that this story is over yet, okay? Mr. Brennan is too smart and too powerful for this. He's the head of the WSB for a reason. He's got to have some sort of political connection or something that will get him out of this. And I still think Carly could forgive him at some point. I hope that Carly forgives him. Because why not? She like it rough. She do. She likes it rough. So, I'm not... But I like how Carly didn't take his crap, though. He thought he was going to do that. She knocked him right down. But if Sam and Dante hadn't come to the rescue, Mr. Brennan would have had her all the way together. So, let's not pretend otherwise. But it's fun. But Ava was about to tell Sonny the truth today. She really was. Because Sonny's like, why? Is there something else you haven't told me? But they got distracted by little Donna. We all know Carly and Brennan going to get it in. I don't think so. Not now. Oh, yeah, but Mr. Brennan might have Drew. There's a good chance. Because if you recall, Candyman Drew is off the show right now because Cameron Mathis is doing his little video. I mean, his little Hallmark movie or whatever he's doing. So it's possible that Mr. Brennan has Drew held captive somewhere. But I'm here for that. We need Mr. Brennan to stick around. Yeah, we don't, because we do not want Drew here. That is right, Spiderquake. We do not want Drew. We don't want him. We don't need him. We won't have him. He is boring and useless. He is. He's a truly useless character. Um, but that, but let's just be real. That shoot off scene was kind of a little lazy. Because before we would have had a solid back and forth shooting. We could have had a shoot down before. But I guess they wanted to keep Roman alive for now. Roman thinks he knows his worth. Um, but he got, but it's not confirmed yet. Was it Brennan who shot Curtis aiming for Anna, or Sonny, or someone else? That's true. We haven't confirmed that quite yet. Um, because that could have possibly still been someone on Cyrus's orders if it was aimed for Sonny. But I think what it might have been, I don't think it was Mr. Brennan himself, but someone on behalf of Mr. Brennan, like maybe Roman or someone else, that would have done that. But I would love if it was a last minute rewrite and it was someone that was after Curtis, like one of Curtis's exes that did that. That would be a great rewrite if it was someone that was after Curtis after all. I would have loved that because Curtis gets on my nerves. But in the meantime, I think it was Roman or someone on behalf of Mr. Brennan. So I see it someone after Curtis, but I don't think GH would do that. Yeah, they won't. But it sure would be nice if they did. Because Curtis always acting like he's Mr. Perfect. But let's not forget that man used to be on drugs. If you call that. He used to be into narcotics and stuff. So you never know who he still might owe money to. Hey, Double C. How you doing? GH was the best out of all four shows today. It truly was. We were talking about Mr. Brennan at first. I was speaking the first 10 minutes about my desires for Mr. Brennan, but yeah, he needs to stay on the show. Him and Carly could still hit the sheets, or him and Ava could hit the sheets. Because Ava need a man in her bed too. So they could hit the sheets too. She don't know him. And then maybe Ava could, because I could see that maybe it playing out that maybe Ava ends up saving Carly from Mr. Brennan. He said, I'm doing great. How was you doing today? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Uh, After the way the stream got yesterday, today's going to be a much more professional response from me today. I'm still smiling. I still have a similar energy, but I already set boundaries loud and clear that I won't be swearing directly at anyone anymore like I did at Spider Quick yesterday. That was very unprofessional, even if it was joking. But I set better boundaries. So now this stream will be have much more professional, unbiased torch. She said, I never heard at the time, but heard about Curtis. True. But I think Pikeman was behind that though. Because Anna and Sonny were both the targets. But Anna was especially the target. So I think indeed that was. But it's got to be too easy. He has to have something on them to get himself out of the situation. Mr. Brennan is a smart man. But you know what they say? The cute ones are usually dumb. So maybe not. I sure hope that Mr. Brennan is doing the right thing. And he got himself out of that situation. Because we need him. We need villains, okay? And like I said before, Ava Jerome, she needs a man in her bed. She's sitting here worried about Nicholas. Forget Nicholas. No, excuse me. Forget not my Nicholas. That's who she's worried about because my Nicholas is dead right now. He's deceased. He passed away tragically on October 31st, 2023. It was one of the worst days of my life. So, it still was just a tragedy. A good man. He was a good man, okay? A good father and a good man. But no, I'm not. I won't. I'm gonna stay strong. I'm gonna stay strong, damn it. I'm gonna stay strong. Okay, stay strong, Gabby. Stay strong. Don't tear up on this screen, okay? We got it. We got to do better. Ooh. But anywho, like I said, Ava could use a new man, so I'm all for her and Mr. Brennan hooking up for a little bit. He could scratch that itch better than Austin sure did for Austin's sorry self. He's a sorry petty excuse for a man. But I agree with Spider Quick earlier talking about how Cyrus is creepy. Cyrus is very creepy. We don't want you around our no children, Cyrus Renault. How? Absolutely not. Hell hasn't froze over. Hey Gemini, welcome. I'm glad you made it to the live. Yes. We talking about Cyrus right now. His little creepy self thought he was gonna be in that kid's play. I liked it when Michael said, "There's no way in the world you going anywhere near my little sister." Why do you have a coat on inside? I was just out not that long ago. I had taken a step downstairs. I didn't feel like taking it off quite yet. I went downstairs to go check if something was there, which it wasn't, of course. But that's why. The Smasher is here. I'm starting already. Hello. Hey, I'm here for. I wish Alcazar, if he ever returned and Ava would hook up. Hey, I'm here for it. My Ava needs some love in the afternoon. Okay, she ain't got time to just be sitting over here thinking about Nicholas's, not my Nicholas little monkey self. She need a man in her bed. Cyrus is creepy for sure. Yes, very creepy. We don't need him around no kids. Are you crazy? He might give them nightmares. And yes, Darby 13, I see you're here. Welcome. Me and you are both going to be on our best behavior today, right, Darby? We're going to set better examples for the teenagers and the children, right, Darby? Yes, she ain't getting that no right now. So she needs to get her some. Spider-Quake. That's why I'm saying Mr. Brennan, he's still if he finds his way out of these charges, they can get their freak on. Or I sure wouldn't complain if a fine man like that have a twin brother. I'm just saying. Maybe you can. No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want Ava. I don't want her. Not romantically. But don't set any damn examples. 2023 is over. Find your examples in 2024. Ava's more your type. No, Caitlyn is way more my type than Ava is. That's just a fact. Hey CW, welcome to the live stream. Glad you can make it. Please, because Caitlyn McMullen is more my speed, or Mr. Brennan, or Dimitri, or Stephanie, or somebody else. But I don't want Ava Jerome. Now, if this was years ago, yes, Albert Bostic is here, the one and only Boomer Bostic. If you are in this live after 10 p.m., you can handle it. It's true. But I know some people will say that Scott was out of line, but I like that he keeps that same energy. It don't matter that Luke is allegedly dead. You said one lecture from Albert, and I catch you crying in your stream, Kyreese. Who's crying? Oh, about my Nicholas? Yeah, I almost teared up about Nicholas, but then I had to stop because he was a good man. Tyler Christopher was. On October 31st, we lost a good man. But yeah, but Scott has a right to keep that same energy. Luke raped his ex-wife, so why wouldn't Scott feel some type of way about that? Um, I see Jocelyn's forehead crack is going to be on tomorrow. I like that. Sure. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah. Um, I hope you miss me that much when I'm dead, Kyreese. Well, that's morbid. Oh, Kyreese, I think the Trina comment. I know the Trina comment. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You said, Darby, when did I give a lecture? You didn't. Um, but Lois and Brooklyn, they are outmatched if they think that Tracy's just gonna roll over like that. Yes, Spiderquake, and that's why I acknowledged that at the beginning of the stream. I said that those comments will not be made any further. We're good now. So I'm setting this boundary from here. I don't want to hear about that no more. If anyone who wants to see that comment that was made yesterday, that was all in yesterday's video. I addressed it at the beginning. Spiderquake and I came to a new understanding. I'm sure Darby is a grown man. He knows whatever. Um, but it's over. It's over with now. Exactly. Exactly. So I apologize to Spiderquake for my inappropriate behavior yesterday, and I'm sure Darby is Darby. Oh, he told me that someone may. Yeah, 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 yeah. That's closer to that. There's a chance Carly. So there goes Carly's chance to get her some WSB director. Oh, don't worry, she can still climb that tree. I'm just saying, or that WSB director might have a twin brother. I'm just saying. As much as we get annoyed by twin brothers, I'm not gonna be annoyed by this one because that man is fine. Hey, Miss Gee, how you doing? You said miss a day, miss a lot. What did I come in on? LOL. We were discussing yesterday. All right, Spiderquake. Darby is a grown man, so yeah. Um, that was separate. See, Drew is an unfortunate twin, but I'm talking about Mr. Brennan can be a identical twin. Okay, that's all I'm suggesting. Move over, Kevin and Ryan. Guess I gotta play catch up. Yes. Yesterday's live stream got a little wild. On all fronts. I saw a clip of Nikki hiding drinks, and because damn, they have to look down on people. She sure do. Mm-hmm. You think I'm gonna waste time feeling compassion for Nikki Newman? Absolutely not. And Drew, and you're right, Darby. Drew does suck. Right. He do. Um, I wonder if Carly planned on poisoning that meatloaf. Because she did say, oh, it's going to take a while to heat up this meatloaf. Why didn't she put some? Was she going to put some acid in there or something to mess up his stomach, or was it going to be what Miss Wu gave Victor? Was she going to put something like that in it? I wonder what she was going to do. Carly do be hugging people. AJ would know. Yep, he would know. But Mr. Brennan sure did take the time to taunt Anna Devane when that was over. So I refuse to believe that man is gone. He looks too good to go out that easily. But yes, all ladies, and certain gentlemen, can't y'all acknowledge how good that Mr. Brennan looks? Too bad AJ 6 feet under. Yeah, because of Sunny. Um, but I'm glad that Nina had almost a little bit of balls with Michael today. But even though her blackmail was stupid, now what Nina needs to go is use open up her little checkbook and find out that security agency that Michael hired Dex from. Once you have that little information, then you can come back to Michael and be like, oh, I got some new requests for you. I'm gonna be closer to Wiley and Willow than ever before at your insistence. I bet you he don't want Sonny to find out that you hired Dex to take you down. Cause Sonny's not gonna kill Michael, but he damn sure will kill Dex if that truth comes out. Well, if he's written as even a slight bit competent mob boss, he would at least try to kill Dex for that. So, Jocelyn can cry all she wants, but Sonny ain't playing with her. They mess with the wrong man. You know how that little short man temper work. He'd throw that barware and it'd be on and popping from there. They need to leave the little man alone. But I'm happy that Brooklyn wants to protect Maxie, me, Dermer, RJ, and Luna. Oh, you right. But I love me some Luna though. I do. I love Luna. RJ is a Logan, so I hold that against him because yes, I'm petty like that. Sonny would definitely take Dex out if he finds out that he and Michael was recording him for sure. Absolutely. Did you watch All Around? Yeah, I watched it. Well, I fell asleep after a certain point, but Alyssa, hey Alyssa, welcome. Alyssa says RJ is weird. Yeah, he is. He's weird and he's extra, and he's a Logan. That's his worst offense of all. RJ is a Logan. And then CW says hey to AJ as well. And then Lois had the nerve to recommend to Tracy matching pajamas. I saw a clip of RJ. When did he get so buff? That's true. That boy's been putting them pull-ups and them push-ups, or he done taking them steroids because he sure is. He got a little buff now. He could still get beat down, but he got buff. I'm just saying. So hopefully he don't try to flex those little muscles and thinking he gonna whoop some behind because Spider-Quake hates who can't be named, but he's sad he's on tomorrow. Yeah, we all are sad. But Laura asked Cyrus to play nice. His boo Trina deserves better. So who do you love more, Trina or Allison? He may be buff, but he's not at all buff, but he's not at all that. Oh yeah, true that. He ain't all that. Trina needs a real white man in me in 2 years. Okay, if you say so. I'm glad. Alyssa has the opposite effect. She's glad Spencer will be on tomorrow. Now, Allison's way hotter than Trina, of course. Please. I stand by some of what I said about Blaze yesterday. She ain't all that. Hi, Alyssa. You're always going to be my friend. RJ did not look that buff when he came on the scene a few months ago. That boy been doing some push-ups or something. That's what that boy been doing. He been up to something. I'm glad Trina's on tomorrow, though. I'm happy she's not that B. Spencer. All right. You're gonna limit you calling everyone a B every 5 seconds. I got a lot of nerve. I'm the number one hypocrite. But you see, I told you I'm trying to set a better example. So we're gonna limit the word B around here. I'm including myself included. I'm gonna stop saying B every 5 seconds too. I'm just as guilty as you are. So that's a new rule effective now. we're going to limit the word B in here. We're surrounded by beautiful women like Alyssa, Gemini, Miss Gee, for starters. So we're going to limit that B word effective now. Because I'm sick of reading it. And I took both of my medications today. I skipped GH today. I know he is, but you're going to stop referring to as B's for right now. So you're going to have to come up with another word. Yep, okay, Dimitri could be that too. But I'm dead serious. I'm getting serious, Spider-Quake. I don't want to hear no more implies of B's anymore today. No more. I'm really trying to do a little better. I like to know what meds RJ Forresters and AJ Styles is taking. AJ Styles on them roids. Mm-hmm. But a Triple H catch him on them roids, that's a wrap. Time to expand the vocabulary. Nice. Exactly. That's right. Because we have beautiful women like you, Miss Gee, and Alyssa, and Gemini, and who knows if Becky might end up showing up, the Queen Jessica Love. All these gorgeous women should not be subjected to hearing B's all day. Yep, I'm limiting the cursing. All right, now that last one is not a queen, but I get your point though, Spider-Quake. But yes, we're limiting that effective immediately. I never could. You've been cursing all day. Triple H is still wrestling. No, he's retired. All Triple H handles is the creative side right now. But he's their boss right now. Typing, not saying it. LOL, Kyreese, you're so mean. No, I'm not mean to her. Like, I'm civilized to her. Okay? I like Melanie. We know that, but I'm just saying, but she's not. I'll try to be more appropriate in my words, Kyreese. Thank you, Darby. Good. I'm glad Darby's taking that. Thanks for the compliment. And then LOL, Queen Latifah, unity. Yeah, yep, she's a queen in your opinion, but to me, she's not. She's just someone I like and kind of tolerate sometimes. That speaking of, I haven't seen her in the chats recently. She's probably just on her little spring break or whatever. But I'm just saying, because one time, the reason why I refused to refer to her as queen, because one time she tried to check me on that, like right around the time Bray Wyatt died too. It was on the night he died. She gonna talk about, oh, I'm jealous that you don't call me queen. Why do you call Jessica and Nikisha queen, but you won't refer to me as the queen? I'm like, because I don't want to. And she was throwing her little temper. I'm like, she ain't about to check me into calling her queen. That ain't gonna happen. Hey, Jonathan, welcome. But yeah. What happened to Triple H? He has a heart condition now, so that's why he can't wrestle no more. He almost died. Yeah, and what you said about Bray Wyatt was wrong on so many different levels. And you should take into account that people around the world are grieving Bray Wyatt. You can call queen to any woman. Kyreese, because I don't want to. He says, because I don't want to. It's true. You have the right to call whoever you want queen or not. Exactly. You have to spell out the letter UNITY separately for Queen Latifah, Kyreese. Okay. UNITY. Yeah. That too. Kyreese, you had the same energy as me when it came to Salone, also known as Desperado Peterson on Days yesterday. Yes. Because my full name is Prince Charles, but I don't want to be called Prince. I like that. But yes, I sure do. And I stand by that. Salone need a beatdown. She absolutely need to beat down Nicole. Kyreese is not wrong. Bray Wyatt wasn't. Yes, he was good. He was a draw. That's one thing you can't argue. He was a draw. He sold a lot of merchandise. He was definitely a top. He was one of the top sellers at one point in that company. He was a draw. He had memorable feuds with John Cena, Dean Ambrose, um, and especially as the Wyatt family too. And there's got to be plenty of other examples I can. Oh, and he had good feud with the Undertaker. And Bray Wyatt just was good in his own way. He was a draw to a lot of people. Now, you may have not enjoyed his work. That's your opinion, but you don't speak for everybody else. Okay, you don't speak for the majority. Majority did like Bray Wyatt, especially his character work is what made him really special, and he got to a lot of people. So you're not gonna your negative words doesn't take away our positive memories of him. So, but given we're still grieving him, technically he was taken from us way too soon. You could be a little bit more sensitive and show some discretion around people that are still grieving him. I'm just saying that's common sense. Hey, Queen Jessica Love. Now that's the woman I will call Queen every single time. My Queen Jessica Love. Yes. But back to the show. But back to the shows, because I'm not going to keep going back and forth with this child about that. Like I said, you could feel how you want to feel, but I'm just saying you should be sensitive to the people that are still grieving it. That's all I'm saying. So I'm one of those people. So I don't want to hear anything more about that in my stream tonight. That's what I don't want to hear about you insulting Bray Wyatt's legacy. Good thing Triple H secured the bag before he got sick. Yeah, he got money out of the. He got plenty of money. He got that McMahon money. He good. It wasn't easy losing Tyler Christopher shortly after Billy Miller. Thank you. And then Alyssa says yes, Bray Wyatt was cool. In WWE, it's not the amount of championships you make. It's how much merchandise you could sell. And Bray Wyatt sold a ton of merchandise in his career. All right. All right, Spider Quick. One more negative Bray Wyatt comment, and I'm going to have to put you on the timeout. That's not what this stream is about, and you're distracting the stream from insulting a deceased wrestler who just died not that long ago. I just told you multiple ways how that is very insensitive to his fans and his friends and his family members that could come across that. It's not the time for trolling someone that just died. So that's your last warning. I don't want to hear any more about Bray Wyatt from you. All right. Now let's get back to the soap operas, what this original chat is about. Let's see. I said it before. I'll say it again. Mr. Brennan and Ava could get it on. And then Alyssa's pointing out he's under the Legends contract. The amount of merch sold, the money will go to his kids. Yes, that is so nice of them. But Lucy talking about she was hurt by Brooklyn, but Brooklyn is right about. But my thing is Brooklyn is right about Lucy. That Lucy's a mess. Lucy Co is an absolute mess, and she don't need to be in charge. She should be good. Because my thing is, Lucy wants to claim all this credit for the deception, but that was a stolen idea. Brennan and Carly should have got it on. Yes, they should have. I'm trying to tell you that shirt. Ooh, can you imagine him with his shirt? I'm just saying that man was fine. And how long do you think Brennan will be locked up? Not for long, because my guy is smart. Okay, there's no way he didn't find a way out of this one. If Nina does get dirt on Sonny for Cyrus, it would be the ultimate betrayal. And then Albert says, Kyreese, now you're starting to see and starting to feel what I deal with. Yeah. I can see it. And Albert, did you see the message I sent you on Messenger? I sent you a message on Messenger. Um, Lucy should still be pissed off at Martin. Yes, she should be, because he fed her wrong information. Who do you think is messing with Ava? It's not Nicholas, because if it was Nicholas, um, that'd be too predictable. Since she already suspects it's Nicholas on screen, it's probably somebody else. As for who, yeah, I'm ready. I'm reading it now, but I had to come in and support my guy Kyreese first, of course. I'm just saying. I wonder who it could be though. It's not Nick. Yeah, if not Nick, then as long as it's not Ryan Chamberlain, because we don't need him back from the dead already. I mean, it could be Heather. She's sending something from prison. Julian is probably still dead for the time being. I mean, we saw Julian die on screen. They can't. They could try to recon that, but no. Drew should be paired up with Liz or someone else. I don't like Liz with Finn. They were the worst, listed as the worst couple of 2023. Yes. Ain't that the truth? Austin knew the person though. That's true. But he knew Heather. If Heather escaped from jail again, that'd be a lazy story, but he did know Heather. I don't think it's Julian messing with. I don't think so either. Could Ryan or Julian be alive? I saw that, Alyssa. It's true. LOL, it's true. It is true. They were the absolute worst thing that ever happened. And then whoever idea it was to have Finn and Elizabeth on 5 days in a row, they need to be fired. That was just unacceptable when they were on screen 5 days in a row, when they took that little mini vacation. Those were days of my life I will never get back. That was just totally messed up. Maybe Finn could get back with Anna or bring Hayden back. I like the second. I'll vote for the second option, Hayden back. Then Finn, Hayden, and Violet could have their happily ever after off screen. That would actually be good. Because Finn be getting on, be annoying. Yeah, Jess, watching them together is cringy. Liz deserves better. Finn has chemistry with Alexis. Oh, yeah, Heather doesn't have an issue killing anyone, so she could be messing with Ava. Yep. LOL, not off screen. Yep, off screen. We don't need them. And then Violet could come back later. Finn makes everyone boring, but he was a real good with Hayden. Yes, very, very, very good with Hayden. I never forgot that chemistry that they had. They had a good thing going for a long while. And that was some good TV watching. But it was good to see sweet little Donna on screen again today. I wish we could have saw both Donna and Avery. I don't see there was no reason why they couldn't have gotten one of the twins. Because yes, the one who plays Avery, they're still twins, identical twins that are still in the role. So they could have gotten one or the other to come over there and join Donna in that scene. Because Avery should have been the one to ask her mother directly if she could open her presents at Donna with Donna. Then Ava would have certainly not said no. So but that showed real growth on Ava because, like I said, Avery is a twin. Damn, I didn't. Oh yeah, Grace. It's their real names are Ava and Grace Garola. Yeah, they're both still on the roll. Then they could have had one on today. Exactly. I don't know. Maybe they were in school, or maybe there was something. But I don't see why they couldn't have had them there. That's a possibility. Jonathan, it could be Alcazar. Doesn't it feel like GH is written like a Hallmark on some days? Yes. But I do enjoy seeing Donna on screen. And it was really big of Ava to accept Sunny's offer because I don't think she legally had to. Because if Sunny still had full custody, Avery would have been with him, no questions asked. But Ava had to agree to it. So they have joint custody. So Ava legally was entitled to have Avery this year. But she didn't. But she's choosing to do that. Christina has one fly-ass apartment. Oh, yes. Her apartment is definitely gorgeous. That is a gorgeous apartment. Avery's oh, yeah. I read that. So that should be very nice to see. It should be. But at least Sunny practically already knows why Ava's so jumpy. So he's like, is there something else you haven't told me? So he already knows. So what if Austin's half-brother threatening Ava? Austin has a half-brother? Who's his half-brother? Well, Austin was a boring enough character as it is, so now they're going to give him another boring brother? Yes, it's Jonah Gatlin. Let me see. Was Jonah Gatlin born on screen? Nah, but it's not. But it's probably, like I said, if it was Nicholas. Oh. Oh, I see here. He was portrayed by a child actor named Scott Curtis. Off screen. Wow. Let me see. Who was his? And his daddy was Jimmy Lee Holt, Miss Gatlin. Oh. So why couldn't they just have made Austin him? Well, it wouldn't have made a difference, I guess. I would say Cyrus, but I don't think he killed Austin. So so that's a good idea, Jonathan. That's a very good idea. How much I bet you the writers haven't even thought about that. They probably, if the writers saw this stream at the 48-minute mark, they probably take credit for your work. I bet you that would be a last-minute rewrite. I would not put it past that show. Sunny lightened up on Ava's neck after she lost Kiki. That's true. I would say Cyrus, but I don't think he killed Austin. Probably didn't. But okay, I like that. Jonah Gatlin coming in as a new character. He already has history to the show. That could definitely work. I'm here for that. I really am. I truly like that. As long as he's more interesting than Austin, because they need to keep him a shady character for a minute. Because GH don't need no more good people. We need some evil people that will create nothing but trouble and headache everywhere they go. That's what we need. We need some toxic people. Did they announce Bobby's death as of yet? No, not yet. Bobby's still alive in Australia. And speaking of keeping that same energy, but Kevin cannot stand Scott Baldwin. He never has. He never will. I'm here for that. He can't stand him. And Lucy and Kevin. Lucy still acts like she got feelings for Kevin, but she was screwing Scott Baldwin. So while she was married to Kevin, so the dissolved her own marriage, so her tears are just wasted. Um, on that. Because we all know her and Martin aren't going to work out because he's still lying to her. Would you like to see Roger Howarth on Days? Not really, to be honest. I did want to see him on Young and The Restless, but on Days of Our Lives, I feel he would just get in the way. But speaking of Days of Our Lives, apparently Maggie kicked out Constantine. I missed that episode. When did that happen? Did anyone see that? Alyssa, Jonathan? Kevin always thought Scott was a joke. He was a joke until he was doing your wife. I mean, until he did his wife. He wasn't a joke then. Yes, it was about 2 weeks ago. Oh, okay. Why did she kick him out? Did she get mad at him? Did she see right through him? What he do? I missed that episode. I got to go back. But y'all could give me that 411. Where was I at? Because I was paying attention to. I must have not been, because I know I watched Danny Bear's video in full, but it was probably playing in the background when I wandered off for a second. But I gotta know. Give me that 411. Why she kick him out? Because she was very happy with him about saving her granddaughter. I wonder what changed. But Stephanie, Everett, Chad was awkward as hell. Their little bumping with each other. And Stephanie tried to tell him, tell them that she just wanted to be alone, but Everett wouldn't take no for an answer. And like a creep, he went following her. I'm like, ugh. Constantine claimed that mobsters were after him. Maggie thought his presence would put her loved ones in danger. She felt that he was a danger to her family after little granddaughter got kidnapped. She was done. Good. I'm glad she kicked that little creep to the curb, because Constantine is old and creepy, and he's a gold digger. So I'm glad he's gone. Out of Maggie's house, and I can't wait until him and Teresa and Party City Wig Teresa, thank you Dolomedics, are off this show when they get caught, because she's trifling. But it was funny when Gwen Risa was sitting over there calling out Brady for being the man hoe. That was funny. And then he had the nerve to say, "Oh, well, this is so demeaning." When he's been doing nothing but dogging her since she came to town. But he talked about, "Oh, I've had relationship with multiple, but I've loved every woman I had." Well, so has Brooke. That don't make her any less whatever. So nope, Brady. You try to have Chloe replace Kristen as Rachel's mother, and that failed terribly. You try to deliberately do that, and all that did was turn Rachel into a spoiled little brat. And now Rachel can't stand the sight of you. And who knows with his other relationships? That's just the one I knew about from when I started watching the show. So he's probably it's about time that a man got called out for his behavior. I was like, good for you, Teresa. But then out of nowhere, him and Teresa, what did y'all think out of nowhere? They had like a civilized moment, because now all of a sudden he want to claim he's doing all this for Tate. that he wants to be civilized with her for Tate and talk about he hopes she has a happy holidays. I'm like, okay, what came with the total 180? Um, I thought they were about to do it right then and there in that office floor. I'm like, gross. And I don't know why people think that Brady is sexy. That man is not sexy. They need to stop it. Now, if you want to see sexy, look at Mr. Brennan. I put him in the thumbnail and look him up online. That man is sexy. Brady ruined his relationship with Ariana Hernandez by hooking up with Nicole. Exactly. But at least I loved all the women that I was with. Please. But he cheated by hooking up with Nicole. He done had. He just felt sympathy for her because of that god awful wig. Shit. Yes, because every time he sees her, he'd be talking about, "Oh yeah, here you go, you digging in trash and doing all that." Um, it would be hilarious if he throws a couple of dollars at her and be like, "And here, go to the hair salon and go get your hair done because you need a touch up." I would love that. If he makes at least one shot at her hair, that might make him tolerable. Because they just need to stop it. Just say that Teresa dyed her hair. That's honestly the truth. Get her out of that cheap wig and just let her dye her hair out. But let's talk about but now, wow, this crazy, almost an hour into the stream is now I'm finally mentioning it. And it's the name of this title too. The second half of this title was Gabby got her leg broken. Do y'all feel bad for her? I don't. I remember how upset Brady when his plan to get Rachel backfired when Gabby and Stefan betrayed him. Yep. But now today, Gabby done got her leg broken in jail. Clyde was not playing with Stefan. But I still don't know how Clyde has all this power. But he ain't playing with her. He broke her leg. I am here for it. Like, this is karma for how she treated. Not really. Gabby has been so greedy these last few minutes. Exactly. I'm glad she got that leg broken. I hope she has like very little limited pain medication up in that infirmary. She had because it's funny because Gabby brought all this on herself. Like, putting aside what she did to Dimitri, that was bad enough. But she literally, the only reason she got herself framed, like, this was perfect writing on Days of Our Lives' part, because she literally did all that, and she's only in jail because she double-crossed Li Shin to get his shares. So that is what put her in his orbit when he was trying to move on from her for once. So that's the definition of backfiring on her. And now she's in jail for murder. And Stefan, he could cry all he wants, get drunk all he wants, but he's just as much to blame too. Him and his greedy gold digging wife. Yeah, I got what was coming to you. Next time, be nicer to people. Because even when she went off, you could tell they neither one of them changed. She talked about, what did she say? She said, no, they said Stefan said when she gets out of jail, they're going to make all their enemies pay. So clearly they didn't learn their lesson. Because that's what got her to jail in the first place was forming all these enemies. So a hard head makes a soft behind, and Gabby framing Kristen as a as an abusive mother was out of line. Yes, Jonathan, I was 100% out of line. What Gabby did. So no sympathy for that evil woman. She did this to herself. Um, she did. And then you know what? I gotta hold it. No, 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 no. I was about to say something different. I was about to admit something about Dimitri. He did. I was about to say he did that to himself, but no, he didn't actually. My thing is, I still don't feel that should be 2 counts of attempted murder. That shouldn't be the maximum because he never even actually shot one of them. Okay, that should just be you held the gun on them. That's a separate charge. But 2 counts of attempted murder, please. EJ having the last laugh was the best part. Yes, that was true. Even though EJ is kind of on my bad side too after she beat up what's it called? After he beat up Leo, EJ's on my bad side right now. But I'm glad he got the last laugh on Gabby and Stefan because those 2 fools have lost their mind. I still think Kristen framed Gabby for what she did. She helped Stefan do with Rachel. Notice that Kristen has not been seen in months. Coincidence? I think not. True. She probably took Rachel and went somewhere to hide out to let that die down. Because apparently that's how Days of Our Lives operates with their writing. When they don't have a storyline for you at the moment, they put you to the side, they take care of those other stories, and then they put that back full force. So while they're probably waiting to do that, then that's going to be the case. Yeah, that would be the case. So what if Kristen has been planning to have bad things done to Gabby in prison? Then I'd be here for that too. I don't feel no sort of sympathy for Gabby. None whatsoever. She messed with the wrong woman and the wrong people. And they didn't think that nothing was going to happen to her. Mm-mm. A hard head makes a soft behind. So I'm here for it. Mm-mm. I am here for that. And then there was something else about Days, but Chad was pissed. I saw some of that good acting when he should have been nominated for that Emmy. Gabby overplayed her hands when it came to the DeMera family. Exactly. She want all the money, but she ain't blood. Because I remember she had the nerve, even Stefan had to tell her about her greed. Because remember, she wanted to blackmail Dimitri out of the whole fortune and still take his shares. That was just ridiculous. When he was having his affair with Leah, she wanted to take the whole fortune, and he's like, okay, that's great thinking, but if you do that, he has nothing to lose. Then what's the point of blackmailing him if he has no fortune to hold on to? That's the whole reason he's faking this marriage to begin with, to make it make sense. Greed, and then Jonathan said greed was Gabby's downfall. Exactly. And Darby 13 says, who is running DeMera while Stefan is doing Clyde's orders? No one is steering that ship. That's true. So that's next. That might be the next storyline. Darby has a point. Who is running that company? That is true. Unless he paying one of his assistants to run that, but that can only go but so far. Unless he gave them, if he signed permission to do that, depends on like what business deals are coming up, if all their contracts are in place. Because obviously he has someone doing payroll and stuff like that. So that's probably not a problem. But as far as The owner usually just looks at the bigger picture of the company, while there's usually people to run the day-to-day operations. Wait, Stefan is he running both? I mean, yeah, but we all know with Gabby all in his mind, it probably isn't like that because all he could think about is his precious Gabby. So he's probably abandoning the company. But I saw that rage come out of Chad. They talk about that man killed my wife. He killed my wife. I'm like, okay, Chad. Um, but here's the one thing. Well, he might not be running that too well then, though. He's probably running it to the ground. But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, but I agree with Ron. Yep, that's right, the Ron from Albert's live stream. He actually made a very great point tonight. He said that okay, Chad's doing all that, but what are you going to do about it except talk to death? What you going to do about it? Ron was right. Is the world spinning? That Ron was actually right about something. Oh my God, the world might be spinning right now. But it's true. Because Chad, what are you gonna do about it? You can get mad, you can puff your chest, you can do all you want. But okay, even if Stefan tells you everything, what difference is it gonna make? What are you gonna do about it? That's the $1 million question that we want answers to. What you gonna do to stop Clyde? We get it. He killed your wife. You're mad about it, as you should be. But um, I don't see no action. I just see you getting mad. There's sometimes you got to get hurt, and there's other times you got to get even. So, are you going to be a demerit through and through? Then, Ron, I say he's 10% out of 90%. Oh, Everett seems to have some respect for Leo. He's been promoting Lady Whistleblower. If I ran a $1 billion company and my wife was in jail indefinitely, I'd tell Gabby we're broken up. It's not me, but the cops broke us up. I know that's right. Because there's plenty of other gold diggers he could replace her with. So I'm just saying, there's lots of other gold diggers that will gladly. What if Leo and Everett are revealed to be half brothers? They do kind of favor each other a tiny bit. I mean, they look like they could be related. So his mother doesn't like Gabby, and not at all. I remember she wanted to get rid of her, but I don't like Vivian either. Vivian's the one that actually shot Dimitri. I have a long memory. I remember that. And she wanted to sell drugs. Don't do that to Leo Stark. Exactly. Yeah. Because I really do not like Everett. He's a creep. He gives me the creeps. He really do. Like, ew. From the moment I've seen him, I just get creep vibes from him. And Vivian buried Dimitri's cousin. Who's Dimitri's cousin? Oh, that woman she buried alive? Yeah. Uh, uh, but Ava, I could see that Ava genuinely felt bad about dumping Harris, but she did what she had to do. She was just trying to cover her tracks. Um, at least now she won't be jeopardizing his career. Carly Manning, also known as Katrina von Leuchtner. Nice. Um, she was I gonna say? She knew it. What she was doing because she knows it's only a matter of time before she gets caught anyways. But Clyde's not playing with them, so until she finds a way, she needs to just use her mob connections to go take out Clyde. I don't care what Trip has to say about it. You're trying to keep Trip alive, so take care of that situation, Ava, and deal with him because Clyde need to be dealt with because clearly prison ain't doing nothing to him. So, um, it's time for Clyde to be disappeared, and you just need to take over and get back in the mob. Um, Stephanie talking. I didn't even. I fast forwarded that part. But Stephanie talking about she wanted a baby. Ooh, so that means she's already pregnant, probably, or she's gonna get pregnant soon. And it's a who's the daddy mystery. Well, she didn't sleep with Harris this time, so we shall see. Ava should tell Steve about Clyde threatening Trip. Who names his kid Trip? Exactly. That is a dumb name. Um, and to tell you the truth, I mean, I know Jude is an old name, but Jude is such an old name too. I mean, it feels like I want Nicole to rename that baby, but she probably can't because Eric is the father too. So, um, short for Jude. I mean, yeah, I get that, but that just feels so old, like an old name right now. I mean, I get what that is, but I get what it's for. But I still would rather that boy have a different name because, especially since Salone was in part of naming this baby too. She agreed to it, so Nicole never agreed to it, and Nicole's the mama. So I prefer if my theory forever is that the reason he divorced Jada is because the dangerous people were after him, so he started a new life and changed his identity, and he just wants a normal life with Stephanie. Okay, that's a possibility, but I think he's a creep either way. So um, I don't want Everett to come out of this story as the good guy because I really just he rubs me the wrong way. He has since day one. I've never liked this guy. Ever, never, 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 never have I liked him. And then I didn't really get a chance to watch when Nicole gets her baby back. She and Eric should change his name to Derek. See, I like the name Derek better. Yeah, I like that name, Jonathan. I like it. Hey, the Queen Nikisha Moore has arrived. She says, "Hey, Kyreese in chat, listening to you from work. Hope you all are having a great evening. Thank you, Nikisha. I'm hoping you're having a great evening as well." Jonathan says, Derek Roman Brady. I like it, Derek Roman Brady. That's good. Um, yeah, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I didn't really get to watch The Young and the Restless in full today, but I did read the recap from yesterday. So I believe in today's episode that Kyle managed to sweet talk Jack into siding with him. Um, but I hope him and his conniving mother get on Jack's bad side one day because they don't deserve that man's good graces. They just don't deserve it. And I really don't like Diane Jenkins. I can't stand her. She's a Karen. So when it comes to her son, she act like her son deserves the world. But if she really cared about her son, she wouldn't have abandoned him for all those years. So she can miss me with this fake motherly devotion. And that's just what she could do. Because no real mother's going to abandon their child for no reason for 30 years because my back was against the corner. Oh, please. You were selfish to the core. And I said it yesterday. I'm glad that Billy decided to walk away from that position because he don't need to be in there like that. And I know my Aunt Jordan disguised herself as a doctor to go see Claire. Wow, that woman has several screws loose. But it's sweet that Victoria hugged Claire, but yet I bet you she still will have that same smoke for Adam now. Just hypocrite. Absolute hypocrite. And then the bald and the beautiful, Ridge is such a jerk. Zende belongs at Forrester Creations. Zende is more qualified than RJ. So just because you and Brooke are on your on again, off again, on again, off again relationship, don't give you the right to skip over a thing and you're making unprofessional decisions for the company. Okay? That you're putting an inexperienced son of yours all the way into the line that he has no business being on. This is not right. That RJ just a glorified trust fund baby. How do you think Adam should react if Aunt Jordan kidnaps Connor? Ooh. You see, it's funny. You and I are on the same page about that because when I was at the gym the other day, I put out a whole storyline of how that could play out. That Aunt Jordan would kidnap Connor on her son's orders. Because I think Aunt Jordan should have a long lost son out there who's also a villain. And he's mad at Nick. Because remember when Nick put that girl in a coma and she came back all those years later? That's why this new man would be mad at this new villain would be mad at Nick Newman. So the reason why he took Connor and he made them think that Aunt Jordan or someone killed Connor, but Connor is actually fine. But he just did that to make Adam. He just gaslighting Adam into thinking Connor's dead, but he's actually kidnapped somewhere with Chelsea. They're both kidnapped, and that new villain pretty much manipulated Adam into blaming Nick. Talk about, oh yeah, if only Nick had told you about that Jordan woman, and he was gonna kill, and then Adam was gonna kill Nick until that guy took over and he shot Nick himself and then held them all hostage. I'm here for all of it. I wish Sage would come back and to take her baby from Nick. Yeah, take him. Adam would have every right to lash out at the family at that point. Absolutely. I would justify. Sorry, excuse me. I would justify if Adam was to physically harm them because, especially Nick, he needs to definitely one day finally snap because there's only so much you could take of Nick being in your face. There's no way that Adam won't snap one day and just really bring the fight to Nick Newman. Ridge was out of pocket and shows a lack of respect for others that aren't his kids. Yeah? Cut. Mm-hmm. Absolute lack of respect. Like he also dismisses Rick. Well, Rick is a menace to society. But he dismisses him too. and he dismisses Olive because he acts like he's royalty and everybody else deserves breadcrumbs. When I mean, no offense, I mean, okay, Ridge is Eric's son in every way that counts, but I'm just saying those are also Eric's biological children. So that just makes Ridge even extra out of pocket to think he. I can see him thinking he's equal to them, but being equal isn't enough for Ridge. Ridge also thinks he's better than them and in a better position than them outside of that. So that really is out of line for me when you're not even. I mean, technically, I would still feel the same way if he was his biological child, but especially you're not his biological child. So you should have some sense of humbleness in you, just a little small sense. I'm just saying. It's not even your biological father. So he acts like he's better than everybody else. Zende's gonna steal Luna from RJ. Watch, yeah. Because Luna already feeling bad for him when RJ came and told her, "Oh, we're about to take over. Me and my dad are gonna work on the line." Zende's voice was in her head, so yeah, she definitely already feel guilty. I could see Adam asking Nick why he didn't warn him about Aunt Jordan, and Nick replying, "It wasn't your concern," and then Adam punching him, saying, "The hell it wasn't. My son was kidnapped." Yeah. See where these writers need to get Jonathan Lewis on involved. Jonathan could be really good for these shows. So Josh Griffith, whoever on Days of Our Lives, or General Hospital, or whoever else, or The Bald and the Beautiful too. You could do a lot for that show too. They need to hire Jonathan Lewis because that right there was perfect. I'm going to be the second best live streamer next to you at this. Oh, no, Albert, I got a long way to go before I catch up to you. Okay, long way to go. I got to be much. I'm taking one step forward today. Today I was much more professional today, thankfully, because yesterday was something else. So in a way, as much I always love having my queen Nikisha Moore here, but I'm glad she's here today, especially while I was on my better behavior compared to yesterday. I think Claire would be a good advocate for Adam. That's true. She would be, but watch, Victoria will go to her hypocrisy and be like, "Oh, that's totally different. That's totally different. That's totally different. Adam has had chance after chance after chance." And I'd be like, "No, he hasn't." Anyone should know that Victor running Y&R storylines. Too bad she's Victoria's daughter. I know. Ooh, you learn that that's what matters. I'm still learning to this day. Exactly. Yeah. We're both still learning, but I promise I'll be a game changer. And then here's another promise. If I didn't remember to take my second medication, I will not be live streaming if I don't remember to take my second medication. That too. That definitely played a factor yesterday. Because if you notice today, I'm all extra calmer. That's why. That's why. And then but we all know Victor definitely has some sort of creative clause in his contract. Gemini. That was the world's worst kept secret. For I don't know who Josh Griffith is fooling. We all know Eric Braden definitely has creative control in his contract. Aunt Jordan should give Connor right back because that kid scares the creeps out of psycho Aunt Jordan. Ha! That is true. I can see that. All they got to do is just let that boy show his personality. That will be very true. Drunken Nikki and her kids are hypocrites to the core. Yes. Yet Nikki fixed her mouth to say, Gemini, did you see it when Nikki fixed her mouth to say, I remember my past. I'm not ashamed of it. I've never once forgotten my past. I remember my past. I've never once forgotten. I'm not ashamed of it. Really? Then they really should have had someone neutral ask her, then why do you always look your nose down at people? If you never forgot your past, why do you walk around town looking your nose at people? That's seriously, like, someone needs to develop enough balls to say that to her face directly. If she never forgot her past. You're telling me when she have that bougie attitude, Eric from YNR is like Maurice from GH had more power on these shows more than people think. Oh, at least Adam didn't try to kill you, although I wouldn't blame him if he did. The way Victoria and the rest of the Newmans treat Adam like trash. That's true. I'm annoyed that none of them said anything to anyone about the kidnapping, especially. Exactly. Because they're all still targets. So I hope if she do get, because it'll even be better. So say if Jonathan's idea, she kidnapped Connor, but not only that, but but let her kidnap Dominic too, and and let her do something that injures Abby. So therefore, because we already know if that happens, boy, Ashley will be on them Newmans like white on rice. I'm trying to. Ashley Abbott will be on a whole warpath, and they don't accept Adam because he's not their full blood. Exactly. They don't accept Abby either. He's just a half thing because he didn't come from the ex stripper. His mother was actually married to Victor, and his mother. They treat Adam like he was the bastard child too. When Hope and Victor was actually married on the show. Oh please, what a lion drunk when she was pretending not to know her old stripper song. I was like, oh hell nah, Nikki. Exactly. Connor is out of town, but Sally would be Adam's weakness. Oh, because the Newmans don't care about Sally either. So nope, she need to get Connor, and she need to get she can get him out of town somehow. She can call a favor or get him somehow, and she need to get Dominic too. Adam worked hard to get that business degree, and guess what? And so did Claire. Claire also has her business degrees too. She went to the best business schoolings too. So that's another thing her and Thing got in common. And I saw Albert's comment. I saw what you said. I see it right now. I see it, but I refuse to read it because I see it. So Adam and Claire, they definitely have that in common. So like I said, Jordan was doing Claire a favor though, because at least Claire is very educated and actually qualified to run the business. So once she gets her head on straight. Plot twist, Jordan kidnapped baby Ava and blackmailed Elena to fake her death. Nah. Because the difference between Thing was Sally wasn't even that far along pregnant. At least Victoria was premature, but Victoria was more pregnant. Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I would have liked that theory, but Ava was way too weak for that to happen. Her lungs weren't even actually developed yet. At least with the other one, the baby was alive but frail. This one, Sally wasn't even that big in her pregnancy. She was not that far along. So there was no way that baby was ready to be born. Man, Victor loved Hope like Albert loved his soup and wine. Adam could be Claire's favorite uncle just to piss off Victoria. I love that. Nikki is mad at Adam because she knows that Victor gave up everything for Hope. Hope was not a gold digger. Exactly. That definitely has to do with that. Because I saw the scene when Adam was born, and Nikki was like, "Oh, well, tell him I said congratulations," and Nick had to give him a hug. I mean, give her a hug. To comfort her, to her, but you have a baby brother. And he had an attitude then. Adam is way more educated than Nick and Victoria. Yep. And so is Claire. Claire is more educated too. Mm-hmm. Well, let's not forget, Claire got her master's degree too in business. So, I could see a bond coming between Claire and Adam, and Victoria gonna be mad. Exactly. They've been treating Adam like trash since the day he was born. Exactly. It's really a crime how they treat that boy. Watch Sally get pregnant again. At least there's not a who's the daddy mystery. We know that's Adam's baby. Because we saw when they got their freak on in that hotel room. Mm-mm. They all treat Adam horribly. A year from now, I could see Victoria and Nikki will be telling Claire to stop hanging around Adam. Oh, you give it a year, please. I give it long before for a year. I give that by the end of February. By the end of February, they'll be telling her that by February. I would love for Sally and Adam to have a rainbow baby. They both deserve some joy. Yes, they do. They both deserve it. They done been through enough. One second, I'm just typing something in here. Are there black rainbow babies? Nikisha asked Darby. Um, the crazy thing is, Nikki has another son before Nick that she gave up, and he was on the show and married to Sharon. He left Sharon the coffee house. Mm-hmm. And Nick wasn't really all that nice to him either. Not too nice. Like, Nick is a real piece of work. He truly is. Victor hated Dylan. Yep. That's our Victor. A known, old, hateful man. But all right, everybody. And then I'm gonna read this last comment from Gemini. Claire should get with Kyle. That would create some drama. She probably will. Rainbow babies means a baby you have after your previous baby dies. My kid are rainbow babies. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry for your loss again, the Queen Nikisha. But this February it has to be 10 years since Delia's hit and run accident. So maybe it'll be revealed that Adam wasn't the driver that ran her over. A lot of people suspect it was actually Nikki, and then Darby 13 apologizes to the Queen Nikisha. But all right, everybody, this has been an awesome live stream. Good night, Darby. Good night, Jonathan. Thank you. Good night, Gemini. Good night, the one and only Albert Bostic, Albert Boomer Bostic. Good night, Spiderquake. Good night, Alyssa. Good night, Queen Jessica. Good night, CW. Good night, Dolomedics. Once again, good night again, Jonathan. Join us next time for another edition of Kyreese's Corner. I like that. I like it. Thank you very much, Jonathan. I'll use that title. Kyreese's Corner. All right. This was an awesome stream. Albert always says he has to get up early, but shows up here. LOL. And then he said, "Good luck and hit the like button." Yes, I appreciate every last one of y'all. I will see y'all back here tomorrow night. Have a great night. Peace.